Well, the week has come, finally. Not only is it the first divisional game for the Rams this Thursday night, it is the first matchup with the San Francisco 49ers. If you're a Rams fan, that is definitely not your favorite team. It is your least favorite team in the entire world across all sports. And added to it, you have current and former Niners players saying, you have fake noise in your stadium. Welcome to Tuna and the Sheriff. I am Tuna. I will be joined by none other than the Sheriff here momentarily to talk about a lot of stuff, including Tabor Pepper saying we have fake crowd noise. Oh, and also there was more Niners fans at the NFC Championship game. So apparently both things are true. It's fake noise and they were loud because of them.
So
good morning.
We have to give the trophy back or something because they had more fans, or
I woke up hot. I went to bed hot. I woke up hot. So as someone who tries to be extremely professional, especially online, it gets really hard when it's the 49ers. It's that fan base gets under my skin because it's just the delusions of grandiose that they think they have of you're closer to the Cowboys than you are the Patriots dynasty. That's a reality. Good morning, Joe. Hold me back, son. Hold me back.
Yeah, I'm a little. I'll be honest, man. I'm a little thrown off by all this right now because I'm not a big internet guy. I'm not a big social media guy. You know that. I'm very much like the kind of person where like a 49ers player's like, oh, they pump in crowd noise, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like I'm that guy, and you're the one that's like, hey, you don't say that, and it's like, hey, that's cool, man. We're the yin and the yang of that because I'm like, cool, I don't care. Yeah, we pump in all the noise. We're still gonna play you on Thursday and probably make you look dumb. So Bynum tried it last week and he looked like an idiot. So
so for me, I enjoy some smack talk. Talk about.
Yeah, I'm not in that game, man. I'm not a trash talk guy. So
oh no, I love it, dude. There's a that's part of sports. I enjoy. It's why I love I love Anthony Edwards in basketball, regardless of his personal life stuff, because he's a trash talker. And bro, we need that. That's why we love Jared Verse. He talks shit. But it's like when you're chirping on just social media, it's weird. It's like at least make it good. Saying you have fake crowd noise. Talk about how you don't like our bone jerseys. Talk about how our quarterback's old. Talk about how our coach is barely out of a nursery. Just make up good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the crowd noise thing is really lazy, especially considering that happened just last week. So that's
if you don't know,
lazy take.
You guys don't know what we're talking about. So Tabor Pepper of the Niners, a long snapper. That's the other thing. Long snapper.
Awesome.
Long snapper said, anytime I think about the Rams, I think about how much crowd noise was pumped into the stadium during the NFC Championship game. Never heard SoFi that loud before or after that game. And then he says, I'm pretty sure the Niners fans were the majority. Which
you
one
can
was
be
it?
the majority and also not as loud. I remember 2010 Rams at Broncos. It was week 12, I think. And the Rams were just beating the butt cheeks off the Denver Broncos, man, just absolutely destroying them. And it got to a point where the Broncos were getting close. It kind of there was a little bit of snow kind of swirling through the stadium, and the Broncos had come back. And the final score, the Rams were up at one point 33-3, and the final score was 36-33. So they came back, and it was kind of crazy. But about in the third quarter, about half the crowd left, and to this day, that ending of that game when the Rams had the ball to end the game on that final drive, Steven Jackson was trying to pick up a first down. I've never heard a crowd that loud in my life, and it was about half capacity. The amount doesn't necessarily matter. The intensity of those dudes there, that's what actually matters. So it can very realistically be that there were more 49ers fans in the stadium, but the Rams fans were loud as hell. That can be true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then last week, too, this is the last thing we'll talk about the crowd noise. Being in SoFi, two different moments. Was it just the loudest stadium I've been in? It was obviously the 2-2 Atwell catch and then the Cam Curl closing interception. Someone was trying to say something in my ear about the 2-2 Atwell play as he's running.
Dude,
I could not understand a word they were saying. It was so loud.
Get the hell out. Why are you trying to talk to me in the middle of a 2-2 run? Get out of
my they're excited too, trying to tell me something afterwards. It was something. It was something positive.
I'll be like, I'm never
But
watching the game with you again. I know that much. Get out of here, man.
but the point is, like, I could not hear a word they were saying. It was that loud, and it was awesome, man. Yeah, the best part was
Be so
Kevin
bad.
Kevin Demoff's reply,
Dude,
by the way.
Kevin Demoff is still on fire, dude. He is still wrecking people online. And it's my favorite part of the internet right now, dude. Is Demoff. Just yeah, that's so funny, dude. I saw this one last night. It's like you should have heard it 2 weeks later.
I will say I have a suspicion,
Dope.
and if Kevin's seen this, I'm on to you. I know you're not tweeting this. I know you didn't send out that tweet after the Colts game. I know I know who wrote that. That was written by someone who grew up in the hood. Because you threw in that bro, and I was like, nope, that's not him.
I don't know, man. I'm still on the train that Kevin's one of us.
There's a level to it, though. Where was it? Oh my gosh,
Kevin's one of us. I also love, by the way, that he like runs many of my favorite teams. Being a Colorado kid, that is very fun for me.
Boo.
You
ready? Are you ready for this? The greatest call.
Yeah. Oh man, do we have audio?
Is it playing the audio?
I don't have audio.
You don't have the audio?
No.
It may not play audio through stream like that, but yeah, if you have not, yeah, if you guys have not, definitely.
That guy's so freaking cool, man.
Yeah, Santiago is dope, man. That was a really, really good call by for the Tutu Atwell touchdown. Sound like machine gun. It's everyone's seen it.
Oh, dope, dude. So dope. Yeah, man. This week though, obviously we know the bigness of this kind of week, man. 49ers week. I am bummed that this game is Thursday night for multiple reasons, mainly because I hate Thursday night football games. It makes doing the show very, very packed and very, very busy, but it's still fun. I still like doing it and stuff like that, but it's just like I like sitting in Niners week a little bit. You know, I like when that's a Monday night football game and we get to talk about it even longer and get that build up going. So, but we know the intensity of this one, man. This is our first divisional game of the year. It happens to be against the 49ers in prime time. Absolutely love that action, man. And, I think that ultimately we're looking at a team where the Rams are mildly beat up, whereas the 49ers are what I would consider more aggressively beat up. Coming in very injured in this one, but no excuses, man. That's like one of those things where it's like, I mean, yeah, football players get hurt. You better have somebody else to take those reps, dude. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I think that based on the health of both teams, I think the Rams have a huge advantage going into this game.
I mean, they may not even have Brock Purdy. I know he did not practice yesterday, as did not Juwan Jennings. Let's see.
You need a hot take on that? We as Rams fans are worse off if Mac Jones plays.
Why do we think that?
Because he right now is the better player. Brock Purdy and Mac Jones are the same guy, but Mac Jones is healthier.
Oh, in terms of health. Yeah, well, I mean, if there's an impact on his
talent, dude. When you have Brock Purdy go out and Mac Jones, your offense, there's zero hits the effectiveness of your offense. That's a bad news for your starter. You don't want the backup to be better or just as good as the guy you just paid. So I'm loving this, man. But yeah, that's a tough one.
I don't agree with that. I don't. I don't think in any world is Mac Jones actually a better quarterback. There may be spurts where he has a better game, but I think that has a lot of impact on the play calling, and it has a lot of impact on how much momentum that player has coming into the game. Like it's the backup effect, or it's the rookie effect, where not a lot of tape on you. Defense may not know what to expect. Some of your tendencies, some of your tails.
Mac Jones. The NFL knows Mac Jones.
That's fair, but I don't know. I just don't think I don't agree with it. I think we're in more trouble if Brock Purdy plays.
I prefer if Purdy plays. From the Rams' perspective, I'm more excited for our defense if Purdy plays.
I am too, just so that way there's no excuses for whatever the outcome of the game is. I like best on best at all times. I hate injuries. Turn injuries off in real life. Turn the sliders off. I hate injuries,
but they exist. or
Yeah.
whatever.
But I do think the Rams have an advantage if Mac Jones plays. We're not going to agree on this. Like, give me
That's
if
crazy,
I
man.
want an easier game, give me Mac Jones because he's more likely to be flustered and have what people fear Jimmy Garoppolo can
I
do, and like
disagree with
throw
that.
just a random errant pick where you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, he's more likely to do that.
I disagree with that too because with Purdy in the game, they're pretty stripped down as far as their attack goes. It's a lot of dump offs to Christian McCaffrey. That's what makes Purdy, I think, look good. So I don't know, man. I think Mac Jones has.
Yeah,
I think Mac Jones has
I
more
forgot
arm.
you're a pretty hater.
I'm not a hater. I just don't see it. I don't see the talent. I don't see what everybody else sees. Like I think talent wise, arm. If you want just to give me an arm, give me Mac Jones over Purdy for sure. I don't even have to really think about that. It's
That's
closer
probably
than
true. That's
maybe
probably
you
true.
think,
Yeah.
but it is. It is. I'd take Mac Jones.
I wasn't talking about individual ability like that. I was talking about just body of work in regards to like on-field production, like who I trust. Like, hey, I need a drive. Which
Yeah,
guy am I picking?
you need the
I'm
dump down
picking Brock.
the dump out master, man. Yeah, you go Brock all day. I get it.
Hey, we had a saying during my one redshirt season at Humboldt State: check downs get touchdowns, baby.
Yeah.
Check downs
Yep.
get touchdowns. But
All the time.
so divisional talk. So NFC West.
Yeah.
Right now, Niners are 3-1. They are 2-0 in division, having already played both the Seahawks and Cardinals. I think it's interesting that they are knocking out divisional games really quickly for them. Cardinals as well. This is our first divisional game. Winner will be top of the NFC West, regardless of outcome. Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Yep.
we'll be 4-1. Even if the Seahawks are 4-1 at the end of the week, they have a loss in divisional round. So us being undefeated,
Yep.
we give you the slight nod in that case. So you can enter week 6 afterwards as first place in the division, rightfully so. Do you think that any of that matters right now, or is it like you don't pay attention to standings until like mid-season or later?
I'm just now kind of peeking at standings, I guess, a little bit, just to kind of gauge where everybody's at. But no, it doesn't matter right now. I mean, you look at last year, the Rams came out of September with a 1-3 record, and then obviously won the division. So
Yeah.
it matters. It will matter, like retroactively, like when we're in week 16, 17, 18, we'll look back on games like this. So it may not matter in the moment, but it will matter. These moments will matter later. If that makes any sense. I think it does, but
It does. You make sense. You always
Yeah.
make sense in my heart.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just like the Eagles game. We're gonna come back to that one, but we also, I guess, what I'm trying to, a good way to look at it too is that like no matter what happens in this game, we can take that knowledge into week 6, and whatever the outcome is, we can work with that outcome as the season goes on. But obviously, as you're looking back, you can't change any outcomes, but you can look at the rest of the season entering week 6 and say, okay, we lost to the Eagles, we beat the Niners. Where are we at? What do we need to do as we continue, kind of thing? That's where you can make those adjustments. But obviously, you can't change the outcome of the game. You can just you then have the ability to say, like, okay, we lost this game, so we need to turn it up now, or we need to be able to figure this out, kind of thing. I think that makes sense too.
It does. No, it absolutely does.
Good.
I think you get the most out of divisional games too, especially in NFC West. I always feel very, very like I throw rules out the window when it comes to our
Mhm.
divisional games. I don't really care who has momentum. I don't really care how you looked in previous weeks because these teams, especially McVay and Shanahan, they know each other so well that you do get a like. I think we've said it the past 2 weeks. The Eagles, that game's a litmus test. Last week against a good Colts team, that's another measuring stick.
Yeah.
Fuck, this one is too. Like this above the other ones because no matter what, like I might be shooting myself in the foot here. When was the last time there was like not a competitive game between these two teams?
Between these two, oh man, didn't we have a blowout not long ago?
2022? Was it 22?
I'm gonna look up the history. You keep going. I'll find this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they both these coaches are willing to throw like momentum out the window for certain play schemes, for certain play styles, and adjust to that specific week of like, hey, we have to play this way. Just like last year with like the 12-6 game, It's raining. It's going to be messy. It's muddy. Hey, this is not going to be a pass happy game. Like it's going to be ugly and dirty like 1960s football. Get used to it. Just don't make mistakes on special teams. And when we do get that one deep pass like to Puka, you have to make it because that's the only shot you're going to get. It very well may be one of those games, as well as like Stafford is performing, as well as like the offense is humming. There may be no firepower. And it's not because the Rams like, oh, they can't figure it out. That's just how divisional games work, man. Like these teams know each other so well. And it's really hard for me to figure out how it's going to play out ahead of time.
It is very difficult, and especially considering, too, like the return of Robert Saleh to the 49ers defense. What's that going to look like going against the Rams again and Sean McVay's offense again? Shanahan and McVay, obviously, that goes so deep as far as their connection and stuff like that. But we've got a lot of continuity in our coaching staff. They've got a lot of continuity as well, not only in coaching staff, but also in on their roster. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where we're looking at it, and yeah, it's certainly impossible to say with 100% certainty what will happen in a game like this. We won't be able to say that. The unfortunate thing, too, is that it's Thursday night and these teams don't get a full week of preparation. So it is a little bit of like a truncated game plan with it being like, I mean, you can't sit there and install everything you want to possibly, so.
And it plays in, I mean, depending on how well you can coach, it may play in your favor, it may not. But looking at the stats here on the screen, what do you notice? What sticks out to you first before we dive into this? Oh, let me. Yeah, we'll go to rushing. We'll go to rushing first. I forgot you're blind.
Yeah, sorry. We do this over here. Let's get
We're looking at rushing stats. Christian McCaffrey, 69 attempts, 225 yards, 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, dude, no rushing touchdowns for the 49ers attack this year. That is certainly a standout. Also, is CMC still in the lead in the NFL in touches?
I believe so because he has 31
receptions,
and
which 69. Dude, he's got 100 touches.
By far, he has the most catches on that team. Yeah, he is outpacing every player in touches. And surprisingly, Ricky Pearsall is in the top 5 in receiving yards, despite only having 20 catches. Like,
yeah, CMC's number 8. Also, they've got 2 guys way up there.
That's funny to me. I don't know why that's funny to me.
I don't either. It's 100 touches is a lot, man. And for a guy with his history, I think that would make me nervous if I was a 49ers fan. It kind of feels like they're giving Christian McCaffrey the Steven Jackson treatment.
I mean, if anything, it means he's healthy. Clearly, he's able to perform on the field. He's been the brightest spot for them.
That's my question. Is like, yeah, he's healthy now, and that's why you're giving him the football. But it's Rams and 49ers kick off October football. That's what being the best running back in the league in September is awesome. But I mean, is that sustainable at all with a guy with his history? I'm just not sure.
No, that's a good point. I think the biggest thing standing out to me based on their statistics is not a lot of firepower from the rest of the guys. Your next best target, like I said, is Ricky Pearsall, a second-year guy. Not a lot of playing experience yet because of the missed a lot of time from the gunshot wound last year. No George Kittle either. So that's a huge, honestly, relief for Rams defenders. Although not my biggest worry because I do trust the safeties a little bit more than the cornerbacks right now, which is something I want to ask you. How are you feeling about this, regardless of the where'd you go? There you go. Hi. Regardless of the competition level or how we may feel, like you call it, the magnification of real life, like these guys don't have high ratings.
Yeah.
How do you feel about our current cornerback situation coming out of week 4?
It's I feel fine about the corners. I think we could get better. That's my biggest thing. Obviously, we're missing Akella right now. Forbes, I think, is just one of those players, though, that as the course of the season goes on, I do expect him to just continue to get better. So I'm really curious to see where he's at, come week 16, 17, 18, and how he's playing in those games. I think I'm very curious about that. I think that we've played enough teams so far with at least moderate enough firepower at the wide receiver spot that I feel okay about it. And Rams House had a really interesting question on for Ram Showcase this week, where he kind of talked about it. Seems like every team is a little disappointed with their secondary. So what does that say? And it's like it just maybe offenses are just still pretty badass. Like maybe most secondaries don't shut everybody down because it's so hard to do now. And especially like look at any team going against us. You're gonna come out playing the Rams and then come out and say your secondary sucks. It's like maybe Puka and Devontae are just crazy, and that's not a fair assessment. You know what I mean? So I feel fine about our secondary when they need to make plays. They seem like they do. So I feel okay. We haven't seen any of those like those moments yet, at least where it's like, oh well, if this play doesn't happen, we maybe win. And I know the Philly game has a lot of different things we could look at, but I don't think any one play lost that game for the Rams. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I think it's a little frustrating to know that out of last season, the secondary was our weak spots, like so to speak, and we didn't address it. But how we're playing now is what you expect out of that. We didn't address it. You know what I mean? So, and also we're still just a very young team. We're still gelling and stuff like that. Aubrey Pleasant's going to coach them up, man. By the end of the year, these guys are going to be awesome. I feel good.
I am optimistic about the cornerbacks. It is fighting underwater. It is as the part of this duo that is chronically online and way too involved in social media.
Yeah,
it is like fighting at 1,000 feet under the sea when it comes to defending two Rams right now, Tutu Atwell and Emmanuel Forbes.
Oh yeah, the fastest guys on our team. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, if you want to talk about Tutu Atwell, I will rant for 5 minutes. But the Emmanuel Forbes thing, I look at it as this is his rookie year. You're going to have to be patient. He has a lot of athleticism. He has a lot of potential. His size does hold him back in certain regards, like covering a AJ Brown, Emmanuel Amenar, like the bigger guys. But that's anybody. Like you could be an all-pro. It's just like, man, size advantage is a real thing, unfortunately. You can't be upset because Kello's out. But he does make a lot of good plays. He is getting better every single week. The word that I'm hearing from some friends in the media pool is there's no concern inside the organization right now about Emmanuel Forbes in particular. He is progressing as they see fit. He's doing what they're asking him. One play, like that bad play to AD Mitchell that he ended up fumbling in the back of the end zone, really saved him from being a highlight reel. It's one play. It's how it is in cornerback. You've talked about it. You could be perfect all game. I'm not saying he was by any means, but that one touchdown you give up is going to be all over YouTube and all over social media. Yep. I'm patient with the guy. The guy is a fighter. Like his head's in the right place. Let him build his confidence. And we don't know. Weeks 1 through 4, we'll forget. If weeks 5 through 18, let's like, dude, looks like a Pro Bowler. So let guys get better is all I'm saying.
That's exactly it. Is it like we don't have to be the not everybody needs to be at their peak right now. We're only going into October. Yeah. So, I mean, and historically speaking, you look at the last few seasons for the Rams, not starting necessarily the best, but still by the end of the year, you're in the conversation. The season ended last year and the Rams are being talked about as one of the best teams in the NFL, even though we lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's like, it's one of those where it's like, oh, watch out for this team next year. Immediately it was like that. So I mean, let it kind of, and then obviously each year is its own thing. And I just feel like looking at this team right now, we're not playing at our full capacity. And I want to piggyback your Tutu thing right there real quick, is that like, the argument I get back is like, it was one catch, and it was like, yeah, but it was a freaking sweet catch. It was like,
sweet ass catch.
Like, but it also was a freaking game winner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that's such a weird return on that comment of like, oh, Tutu crushed it. It was like, it was one catch. It's like, yeah, but without that, we maybe lose. So shut up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's crazy to me to get that like comment back that it was one catch. It was like, yeah, it's a game winner. Stafford said it in his mic'd up, and he's like, he kind of went up to Tutu and was like, well, they can say whatever they want, man. That was a game winner. Like, love that.
Yeah. And in the end zone, we say, I told you to be ready. Like, that's all you need to know. If you want to know how a team really feels about a player, like, you love Stafford. And
Yeah.
Stafford's sitting here like all the confidence in the world in number 5 and says, "Hey, I told you to be ready." And
Yeah.
he didn't really look anywhere else. Like he may have glanced to the right, but he came right to 2-2 right away. He's like, "Yep, I got this." Fully trusted him, perfect ball. Um, yeah, man. Same thing with him. I went on a decent tangent. We uploaded our all 22 video yesterday,
Mhm.
and my takeaway with Tutu Atwell is like he's right where he needs to be, man. Like he got paid that 10 mil to be a reserve in the tank. Hey, Puka goes down for a game. Hey, Tay's nursing a hammy. Knock on wood. Um, who steps up? We're not just relying on only Jordan Whittington and Xavier Smith, as much as I do love both of those guys. But
Yeah.
you need more. Like you need to keep, rotation. You don't want Konate Mumfield as your number 3, a true rookie. You got Tutu Atwell. You got a seasoned vet who can do things like that. So he's right where he needs to be. I'm defending Tutu Atwell to my dying breath.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. It's good to see that that he is getting, I guess, like, because I mean, lightly involved. I mean, it was one catch, like, but like I think that this is the start of that ability to kind of just turn it on a little bit and kind of just get it rolling. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I see that was. Whether it's a confidence builder in Tutu, whether it's a confidence builder for Stafford looking for Tutu more, whatever it happens to be, it does feel like that was at least step one of
Yeah.
getting you rolling. And it was against the Colts, man. It's a rule that somebody has to light it up against the Colts. It happened to be Puka most of the game, and then Tutu on that last one, man. Those are the rules. We have to have one crazy
Oh,
thing happen against the Colts at least every time we play them.
yeah. And to your point of like saying, oh, it was one catch, it doesn't matter. It could have been Puka that caught that. They'd be like, oh yeah, well, it's because he's being force fed. Well,
Yeah.
then stop it. If you know it's coming,
Yeah.
this is 2021 Cooper Cup already. Oh, it's just because he's only thrown to him. Well, then you don't think NFL coaches realize that? You don't think they want to stop it and they can't. So shut the fuck up. Like, sucks to suck.
There you have it. There you have it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to pay my rent right now.
Are you multitasking?
Yeah, dude, totally. Oh,
Son of a
what?
bitch.
Yeah. What can you do?
But closing us out, we got about 3 minutes left here. Let me jump to an injury report, just that way we're up to speed here.
Cool.
Because we got a few guys that we might have to worry about.
It's actually kind of a thing this week. Big Rob is the name that I'm looking at.
Yeah, Rob dealing with an ankle. He did not have the strongest game. Gave up a few pressures. He was responsible for giving up a one-on-one pressure that could have been Puka could have had another touchdown on the first drive. Stafford was thrown to him on it was a kind of deflected looking ball. Stafford got hit as he was releasing it, almost intercepted by the safety, but kind of just out of his reach. Puka had like 2 steps on his guy, and Stafford was thrown at him, and he was clear for the end zone. So it could have been like a 200-yard game. Kobe Parkinson dealing with the shoulder. He played though. He's a full participant. Steve Avila. That's
Yes.
cool. Full participant.
Back, dude. It seems like he's fully back, which obviously we absolutely love to see. With our line, man, we haven't seen it fully back yet, so it is really good to see Steve back. I feel like a lot of people have kind of been a little bit falling out of the Steve Avila, trend, I guess. A lot of people I'm seeing are like, maybe he's not as good as we think he is, and it's like, well, I don't know, man. I maybe, and I'm not a scout or anything like that, but I think he's doing fine. So
there's just been so much turmoil in that interior. Like there's always someone hurt. Himself too. I think he's missed like 8 games the last 2 or 3 years. So my concern is getting to the point of like, hey, are you like, is there something going on? Like you're just chronically hurt. I do want to. I wish him good health, and I hope he stays the entire season. The Rams really do need that. That's all I'll say.
Shout out David, his birthday's tomorrow. He gets to watch the Rams beat the 49ers on his birthday, and that's the sickest present of all time.
If the Rams lose, it's your fault, and we'll never celebrate your birthday ever again.
That's a good point. No more birthdays. Yeah, Ray's right. Those injuries are starting. They start to pile up, man. Oh, I didn't even mention the cool thing. Today is the anniversary. 75 years ago today, the Rams and 49ers played for the first time.
Hey,
Hey, happy anniversary, Niners.
almost to the day that
Almost.
that would have been cool if they were playing on the
It's
75th.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
75 years Monday is the it's the math.
Yay.
Okay, how about this, man? I gotta go to work here. So as we fade off into the distance here, let's see. Let's talk about our favorite Rams Niners moments.
Oh yeah, I know mine.
Okay, I'm gonna start with it was give me game 2 of that year where we tied with the Niners, and then Zurline hit I think it was a 56-yarder in overtime with 26 seconds to go to take the lead. Man, it almost took 10 full quarters to beat them one time that year, but we did it. Man, it was awesome, so much fun.
Mine is from the NFC Championship game,
Nice.
but not the ending. It is the Cooper Cup first down, the slant, and him the run after and the roar that like
Yeah,
you never see Cooper Cup like really celebrate, and him just to be juiced in that moment. You knew like
yeah,
I was like, oh, we're winning this game.
for sure.
Yeah.
Give me Steven Jackson running right side, meeting Patrick Willis. Helmet comes off, and dude's just fighting for the first down. Man. One of my favorite moments in Rams history, man, right there. Love that one.
Give me Aaron Donald just